Welcome back again. Now we'll be working with equations intensively, but of course on our straight line geometry, still using our vertically opposite angles or straight line angles. But what is important is to look at what is easy for you. What is easy for you? Let's look at question 1. Let's look at it together. Would you prefer, the question is looking for A and B. Therefore, you have to look for A first or maybe B first and so on and so on. It will depend on whatever approach you'll be following. But now I'll also be doing the way I see things. Right, let's continue now. Let's see whether we are on the same track. There you are, and find the value of A and B. Angle XQR is 180. So you see, that's important. You are told, you are informed, you don't assume. You are told that it's 180, in other words, it's a straight line, right? XQR is a straight line. Now, remember as well, you must check what do you have. Let's look at this question, right? They are looking for A or B. Vertically opposite angles will work for us. When you look at the straight line, because that's what you need to do when you answer question. When you look at the straight line, you'll be having two unknowns. You'll be having, let's say, 5B plus 85 degrees equals to 5A plus 40 degrees. Already you've got two unknowns. Therefore, that's why I'm saying you must always look at the easy one, the straightforward one to do, For me, will be this vertically opposite angle. Therefore, we'll be saying this angle is vertically opposite that angle. This angle vertically opposite that angle. Therefore, you'll be doing your like and unlike terms and your equations. The left-hand side equals to the right-hand side. What is the reason vertically opposite? Your statement and your reason. Your statement and your reason. Now you'll be working with your like terms or like terms expression, algebraic expression here. Now we put the ones with variables, let's put them on the left. You still remember what happens when you change the position? This one was positive. Now when it comes this side, it's going to be negative. 56 is positive. When it goes that side, it's going to be negative. Let's respect those units then. Your like terms, you lose 3 rand, and you lose another 5 rand. Now all in all, you've lost 8 rand, which is your 8A. Remember, unlike terms. Your mathematics now come into the picture. Minus 16 degrees. You see, apply mathematics to solve what is in front of us. Like we said earlier, we are interested in our A. Therefore, we need to deal with that minus 8. We'll multiply it with the inverse to get us positive 1. What do you do on the left? You do on the right. Therefore, your A is equals to 2 degrees. Right? We have also realized now vertically opposite makes life easy for us. Now we look at the vertically opposite again here. 157 degrees minus 3B equals to 5B plus 85 degrees. What is the reason? Vertically opposite. Your variables, you want to give them, keep them on the left, your constants on the right. Again, you remember what do you do? When the position is changed, the sign changes. This is positive. When it comes to the left, it becomes negative. All right? This one is positive. When it changes to the right, the sign changes. You lose 3 rand, you lose another 5 rand. You have lost, lose minus. Right? The same thing here. It's your 2, it's your 7, minus 72 degrees. Minus 72 degrees. Once more, we are interested in B. Therefore, we multiply it with the inverse. That will give you positive 1. Right? What happens now? B equals to 56, 9 degrees. There you are. Step by step, like I said. You cannot work with 2 unknowns. You cannot work with 2 unknowns. Now we are doing, like I said earlier on, our equations and your algebraic expressions. In geometry. In other words, we are revising the equations here. They are also still doing a straight line geometry. Right. Let's do question, the second one, the second question. Now let's see. Again, vertically opposite is the easy way. The easy way we have counted, we said our A is 2 degrees. Or did you find our B to be 9 degrees? So you'll check yourself against that one. Right? Let's continue. Same. Right? Again, you can start anywhere, but vertically opposite. Vertically opposite. So therefore, you are doing this over and over again so that we understand vertically opposite your algebraic equations and expressions. Here it says 99 minus 14b equals to minus 5b plus 63. Once more, those ones with variables, you prefer to put them on the left. But remember, when you change the position is changed, the sign also changes. This one, when the position changes, it was positive, it becomes negative. Right? You owe 14 rand, you pay 5 rand, you still owe 9 rand. Negative. Owing is negative, it's not correct. Right here, you owe 99, you pay 63. What are you left with? That you still have to pay. You still owe the negative. Once more, we want a positive B. Therefore, we'll multiply with a negative 1 over 9. What do you do on the left? You also do on the right. Therefore, your B is going to be, 4 degrees. 4 degrees. Right, now, 4 degrees. Now we've got our B. Now let's go and look at the A now. Vertically opposite, but remember, we are revising our equations and our algebra with algebraic expressions. Why are they equal? Vertically opposite, that's the reason. Again, the variables, we prefer to keep them on the left, minus 10a. When you change the position, remember the sign also changes. When you change the position, remember the sign also changes. You owe 10 rand, you pay 4 rand, what are you still owing? 6 rand. Right? You owe this, you pay 177, how much are you still owing? 60. You're still owing 60. We are interested in A, therefore we want to remove the minus 6. The only way you can make minus 6, 1, we multiply it with an inverse. What you do on the left, you also do on the right. Therefore, AE equals to 10 degrees. Therefore, your A is 10 degrees, your B is 4 degrees. So, doing it over and over again, observe and watch and check where you make your mistakes. Do it over and over again so that you remember it. Remember, we are doing this for you. Remember, we are doing this one for you. Right? The third one, again, check. What is the situation? That does not necessarily mean that all the questions will be the same. You must always check. Okay, only one unknown. So I'm still continuing. Vertically opposite, remember. So we are practicing this. Therefore, 35 degrees plus 2b will give, is equated to 5b plus 11. What is the reason? Vertically opposite. So we are doing it over so that it gets into your system. That's what you need to do as well. Until you are sure, you practice until you are sure you're on the right track. Check your examples in your book. Listen to your IBP videos, whatever you can do. Use your Siavula.com platforms or your Vodacom e-school. Check over and over again until you say, now I'm okay. Right. Once more, you want our variables on the left. This one is positive. When it comes this side, the sign changes. 11 degrees. When this one comes that side, the sign changes. Over $5, you pay $2. How much are you still having? You're still owing. You're still owing. Owing. This is not right. Owing is not right. All right? You pay 11, you owe minus how much you still owing? Negative. Your owing is not right. It's negative. We are interested in a B, inverse of minus 3. What you do on the left, you also do on the right. Therefore, your B is equals to 80 degrees. Your B is therefore 8 degrees. Right. Now let's look at A now. At A in question 3. Question 3. Minus 6A plus 147 is equals to minus 2A plus 135 degrees. We all know why vertically opposite angles. Once more, the variables, you prepare them to be on the left. Is your minus 6A because it's not changing the position, the sign is not going to change. This one because it's changing the position, therefore the sign will change. This one remains the same because the position is not changed. The position is not changed. All right? This one moves to the right, therefore the sign will change. minus 6 plus 2. You are reducing the negativity here with the positive 2. Therefore, you'll be left with 4. Right? Same thing here. Negativity of 135. Therefore, you'll be left with minus 12. Once more, we are interested in an A. We multiply by minus 1 over 4. Both sides. Minus 4 into minus 4, it gives you a 1 there for your A. Minus 4 into minus 4 once. Minus 4 into minus 12 is 3 times. Therefore, A is equals to 3 degrees. So we must watch, check where we went wrong, where you went right, pat yourself at the back. Where you did not go right, let's fix that. Let's fix that. Right? Number 4. Okay, now I won't do all of them now. I'll just do a few more. I'll just randomly select, and then you just, I'll go straight to number 5. 5, 6, 7. Let's just do. Okay, let's see. The ones that are maybe a bit different. 6 and 7. Let's do 6 and 7. Let's do 6 and 7. Let's do 6 and 7. I'll just quickly check here. 6, okay. All right, let's do 6 and 7 now so that we don't do too much, then so that it's an opportunity for you to go in. Once more you look at it, vertically opposite. Minus 5a plus 149 degrees equals to 5a plus 129 degrees. What is the reason? Vertically opposite. The variables, prefer them on the left. It was positive. When you go to the left, it becomes negative. This one is not moving, therefore the sign is not changing. This one is moving to the right, the sign will be changing. Negative and a negative, it becomes more negative 10 times. You add this to this negative to reduce that's a situation. Once more, we are interested in an A, we multiply this minus 1 over 10. So what you do on the left, you also do on the right. 10s into 10s, 1s, 10 to 10, 1s, negative by negative becomes positive, therefore it's your A. How many 10s in 10s? 1s. How many in 22? Negative by negative, it's a 2. Therefore, we're doing question 6. Is it question, let me see, 5a? Yes, we are doing question 6, therefore your A is 2. Now let's look at B now. Minus 1b plus 46 equal to 16 plus 5b. It's important that they write minus 1b, because b or minus b would mean minus 1 by b. Or b would mean 1 by b, but you don't normally write it. X would mean x to the power 1, but you don't normally write the 1. It's so important sometimes to look at these things that you know that x squared is x by x. 2x, x plus x. So it's very, very important. We don't write those ones in front there. Just in the way, reminding ourselves of right. All right, this one is 5b, sorry, it's a 5b. Remember, we're working with like terms. Now this one is not changing position, therefore the sign won't change. That one changing position, it was positive, it becomes negative. 16 degrees stays the same because it's not moving the position, the sign does not change. This one left or right, therefore the sign changes. A negative and a negative, it's more negative 6 times now worse. And then you add the 16 to reduce your negative there, you reduce it to 30, but still old. Once more, we are interested in B, therefore we multiply by -1/6. But what you do on the left, you also do on the right. Remember your scale. Therefore, your B will be equals to 5 degrees. 5 degrees. 5 degrees. Your B is 5 degrees. Right, let's go to the last one now. Question 8, and we'll do the others and revise the others as well. Let's close this one by doing question 8. You see, you did the same thing. You check always what's the situation, vertically opposite, straight line, and that kind of thing. Now you must have looked at your mistakes and fixed them. You must be excited for those that you got wrong, and just mistakes here and there that needs to be fixed. We learn by mistakes anyway. We learn by mistakes. Don't ever be afraid to make mistakes. We learn by mistakes. And mistakes are not done deliberately. Yeah? Good. Once more, variables on the left. This one does not change the sign because it remains the same. This one comes to the right. Therefore, the sign will change. 59 degrees, because it's not moving, it's not changing. 139, because it goes to the left, it's going to be changed, the sign. Right? We add the 1 positive to the 9 negative, you'll be left with 8 negative. To the negative 139, you add 59, therefore you'll still be negative at 80. Once more, remember, we are interested in an 8, therefore multiply by -1/8 both sides, -1/8 both sides. And what is your A? A, how many 8 in 8? 1. How many in 80? 10 of them. Therefore, A is 10 degrees. Right? Question 8, your A is 10 degrees. Your 10 degrees. Now, in closing, we go to B now. We go to B. Again, vertically opposite. Look at it, vertically opposite. 3B plus 116 degrees equals to 106 plus 5B degrees. 5B, degrees. All right. 3B does not change position. Therefore, the sign don't change. That one, variables on the left, changing position, the sign changes. This one remains the same because it's not moving. That one changes the sign because it's moving. On your -5, you add 3 positives, you still 2 negatives. On a 116, you add 106, you still 10 negatives. Once more, and in closing, you are interested in B, -2, you say, okay, multiply by -1/2, both sides. Therefore, your B, how many 2's in 2's 1's, how many 2's in 10? 5 degrees. 5 degrees. Yes. Really now, we must be fine after a lot of exercises here. Let's continue. Now we made enough practice there, and I'm sure enough understanding there as well. Right? Now let's see, we go to what could I say? I don't want to say difficult. I don't want to say complex. I don't want to use those words. I don't want to say an elephant, but many kind of, a lot of information. A lot of information. But remember, look at the relationships. What do you see there? In terms of, do you see anything straight line? Do you see anything vertical opposite? What do you see? That's what is important. Don't look at the whole picture, piece by piece. What do you see? Where can you deal, and so on and so on. Right, let's look at it. There is a straight line. Is there anything you know about a straight line? Yes. And what do you know about all the angles when you add the angles equals to, what is the size of angles of a triangle? You are looking for the value of x. So where is x? Here we can come up with something. Here we might also come up with something, but what is the easiest? Always what is the easiest? Always what would be your easiest? Okay. You look at the question, what do you have there? X. Where is x? You look at where is x. Is there anything of x that makes sense? Yes, for me here, when you look at the straight line, 4x plus 5x, 180 degrees. 4x plus 5x is equals to 180 degrees. 4x plus 5x equals to 180 degrees. Why? Angles of a straight line. You add your like terms, your angles on the right, 9x is equals to 180 degrees. Remember, we are looking for x. We are interested in x. Now we need an inverse of 9, which is 1 over 9. What you do on the left, you also do on the right. You see, same procedure, same kind of thing. Therefore, your x will be equals to 20 degrees. Now, the question is looking for an E now. Angle E. Right? But what is happening in angle E? Let's see. Let's explain what we see in angle E. Where is angle E? Angle E is in a triangle, sorry. Angle E is in a triangle. That's where you find it. Angle E is in a triangle. That's where we can define it. That's where you can talk about it. Therefore, what do you know? Angle E plus 3x, because they are in a triangle. So what do we know about the triangle? We know when you add all angles of a triangle, they'll give you 180 degrees. Sum of angles of a triangle, 180 degrees. Right? Like I said, every correct statement, do it step by step. What else now? When you add them is 180 degrees. But now we have two unknowns, but not necessarily. What is the value of x? It's 20. Therefore, when there is x, you put 20 degrees. You put 20 degrees. Therefore, E plus 140 degrees equals to 180 degrees. You already know, for you to get 180, this is 40. You know that. But you must show me that you know your story. You must show the teacher that, you know, to get more marks. Because if you do it in your head, then you can't mark anything in your head. You must show us here so that we give you marks. Therefore, it's true, you're right, angle E is equals to 40 degrees. As easy as that. because we want to make them easy for you. We are giving you a way, like I said, look at the question, try and follow and analyze, understand. When you study, when you do your maths, people say, there are people who believe that you can't read maths. Maths is a language. What do you mean you should? Maths is you need to read maths. Yes. Right. Just as a way of reminder, quickly here we'll be working, you still remember, an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to 2 interior opposite. An exterior angle of a triangle is equal to 2 interior opposite. To 2 interior opposite. Right? Now again, for you, look for relationships. What relationship do you have here? Exterior angle equals to 2 interior opposite. 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 So we'll just choose 3 here as well. We are not going to do every one of them. We are not going to do every one of them. Now you've got you know how things work now. You are not going to do every question here. We just choose some questions. We just choose some questions. And especially those that are, let's see. Let's start with 1, of course. Let's start with 1. An exterior angle equals to 2 interior opposite. Exterior angle of a triangle, the angle that is outside, that's why it's called an exterior. It's outside the triangle. You see, here's a triangle. It's outside that triangle. Exterior equals to 2 interior. The ones 2 interior opposite. Opposite, not adjacent, opposite. You're excluding this adjacent, so careful. This equals to the 2 interior opposite. That's very, very important. Therefore, we say, okay, x plus 50 degrees equals to 115 degrees. Exterior angle equals to 2 interior opposite angles. Remember your statement.